But one of the guys, the attendants on there, he came find me. Oh, monsieur, your wife, she needs some help, and her shoe broke. I'm like, oh god, oh god.
Welcome to season 2 of the ICWTT podcast, where we talk about everything from travel to love and in between.
Love?
And on season 2, we have amazing guests from your favorite TV shows, our family members, our friends, and so much more. But we're going to start off by going into our trip to Paris
Paris. That's where the love part comes in.
and Amsterdam.
The
So-
place of love.
Anthony, season 2, we are back.
We back.
How do you feel? Season 2, we're doing this thing.
We doing it. We're back on the scene, crispy and clean. I'm excited for all our guests and our audience members to see all the amazing people we have on this season.
Yeah, it's an incredible season. You guys have to stay tuned. But let's get into our trip. You guys know I plan all of our trips. So whenever I have to plan a trip for a bougie
If
traveler,
you need planning and you're a bougie traveler, call Lisa. She could do it.
I had to get my mind right and
Get your
think,
mind right.
what would a bougie traveler want? To make
That's
sure
not
that
me.
this Paris and Amsterdam trip met Anthony's expectations.
Yeah.
So we
needed
started
to.
off our trip going on Air France.
Air France.
And Anthony wanted to go on lay flats.
Because it's a long flight. We're talking about 9 hours.
But the cost of lay flats on Air France, because it was booked maybe a month before, was $10,000.
Sacre bleu.
And you know we weren't doing that over here.
No. And that was $10,000 each. 20 G's.
See, I didn't even know that. I thought it was in total.
No. That was
That's
10
crazy.
grand each.
That is
That's just
crazy.
ridiculous.
So, Anthony, tell the people how you were able to upgrade to lay flats for only $1,000.
What?
Tell us,
Well,
what was your trick?
Okay, so every day I kept looking. Well, not every day, but leading up to the trip, I called. I was like, hey, how do we get an upgrade? Oh, let me calculate it, sir. $10,000. I'm like, no. Like, what other way can we get upgraded? They said, well, if you log in 30 hours and you check in 30 hours before your trip, that's when you begin to see the discounts come up, because they want to fill up the first class area, which is where the lay flats are, where you can lay flat, and they bring you your croissant and your champagne, wine, coffee, tea, and other delectables. And so I set a timer on my phone, put it on my calendar, did reminders. I probably had like 3 or 4, because I was like, I don't want to be. We were in the back of the plane too.
We were supposed to sit by the bathroom.
Yeah, we were basically near the bathroom, y'all. But at least those seats that we had, there were only 2 seats next to each other in the back. But still, 9-hour flight. So I set the alarm. Alarm went off. I logged in feverishly. I was so determined. I logged in from my phone and the computer to make sure that I wasn't going to get a hiccup.
You guys, he was fasting and praying.
I was too. I did actually too. I was like, Lord, please, Lord. The Bible said, acknowledge the Lord in all thy ways, and he shall direct that path. It didn't say just acknowledge him here, there, or those little spots. So I acknowledge him in everything, and I gave him thanks ahead of time. Let me tell you, prayers work. So I logged in. Good thing I tried on both the phone and the computer. My phone said, "Oop, there's an error. You have to wait till you get to the airport." I'm like, nope, still on the computer. Computer showed we had 2 seats, and the seats that I said I wanted, those were the seats that were available. Ain't God good? And then I picked them. I told Lisa, I got them. And then you were praising God too when I said I got those
I
shoes.
did. I was really happy because, 9 hours sitting straight up like this, as opposed to laying absolutely horizontal, is a huge difference.
With a blankie
But
and a pillow.
yes. But you guys, I'm a G. I was ready to do it. I was gonna do, I'm from New York. I was gonna do it sitting up all the way.
You're right.
What do you mean you're right? I wasn't gonna pay $10,000.
Of course, you weren't going to pay $10,000, but still, you didn't want to sit upright.
Nobody wants to sit upright, but I was gonna do what I had to do.
Yeah, I was ready to do it too.
So tell me, now that you had the Air France lay flat experience, you only paid $1,000 more. But can you imagine people who paid the $10,000 each? Was that experience worth it?
It wasn't. It definitely
Can
wasn't
you
worth
repeat that
it.
again?
It wasn't.
Oh,
It would.
okay.
It would not have been worth paying $10,000 each for on the first class on Air France laying flat. Now I'm glad we were able to get it at the lower cost, but based on the level, the quality of service, the quality of food. I mean, they talk about like Michelin star and this like that, but
Who said that was Michelin star?
well, I guess not Michelin star, but
Oh.
they had the chefs and they show the pictures and whatnot. It wasn't that all that.
The food on Air France, and we will be showing you pictures
Yeah.
throughout.
Yeah.
It was unrecognizable. Like there were times that the flight attendant would bring me my appetizer or my main course, and I would say, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like, please identify the objects on the table. What like
this is?
like there was meat. I'm like, is this duck? Is this?
Yeah, I didn't know what some of the stuff was.
And then it's so funny because, their flight attendants are mostly French.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, she was like looking at me like, it's vegetables, you silly American.
Yeah, this doesn't look like vegetables.
Yeah, so I'm really happy that we got it. I don't want to put down Air France, but I was not impressed with that experience.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit more. I mean, it was Air France. You're thinking, oh, you're going to get this
Yes.
certain
In
white
comparison,
gloves.
I've loved being on Turkish Airways, Swiss
Swiss Air.
Airways.
That's my number one right now.
Hawaiian Airways,
Oh, that was
they've
amazing.
blown us away with business class, but Air France, I don't know if we'd want to do that too. So we arrive in Paris. As usual, we do transfers from the airport to the hotel. You can do a taxi. We would recommend that you even do Uber, so the rate is
You got to
fixed.
say it right. Uber.
Uber. So the rate is fixed. But we always set up a transfer from the hotel to the airport just because it's nice having someone in another country holding up your name. You immediately walk to them.
Monsieur?
They walk you to your car
Madame?
and you go.
This way.
Exactly. Anthony is fluent in French now.
Just the French accent, not the actual words.
So we started off our trip at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel.
The Mandarin.
5-star, beautifully in the first district in Paris. And it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yes. Even when you walked into the lobby, the smells, the aroma, it was just made you feel like, oh, after a long day of travel, because it took a long time to actually get to the hotel from the airport, because this was during the time where they had some protests. I've never experienced traffic like that.
It was just rush hour traffic.
Well, that seemed like it was like insane. Even the driver was getting frustrated. He was going through back roads.
So it took about an hour and a half from the airport to the hotel, but on the way back from that same area, it was only 45 minutes. It was just
because it was 5 a.m. in the morning.
Okay. So we get into the Mandarin. It's absolutely gorgeous. And one thing I do want you guys to know, if you want to do a luxury hotel in Paris, Paris is like New York. A lot of the hotel rooms are really small.
Yeah.
If you go luxury and go to the Mandarin or a hotel similar, the room size was huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
And that's where you're getting the value for how much you spend.
Yeah.
The bathroom was great. The beds
Yeah,
were
yeah, they're
amazing.
nice and comfortable.
They have treats waiting for you when you arrive, always
Mm,
having champagne or fruits or chocolates. It was
yeah, it
incredible.
was great. Even in the bathroom, it was like kind of like the shower area was hidden. Like, where is
It
this?
was really, really
It was
nice.
great.
So, when you think of the Mandarin Hotel, what's the one thing that stands out to you about that hotel?
The one thing that stood out to me is I feel the service was pretty good there. Um, and then the food in terms of the breakfast was good as well too, as well as the treats. But I think the number one thing that stood out to me was, I mean, the location was a great location
Hmm.
as well too. But that's a hard one. I contemplated this, and I think the number one thing that stood out to me was, hmm, it's hard to put it on one thing.
Okay, what are your few things that stood out?
Well, the few things were I did like the food that we had there. It was very
Hmm.
good, but the dessert kind of stood out to me in this
I know
because
you
I
wanted to
killed
say
the
that from the
desserts.
beginning.
Ah,
So they have Michelin
ah,
star chefs that
those
make all
desserts.
the desserts on property.
They
And
were
you
good.
guys, I'm not even a dessert person.
Yeah,
And Anthony would order desserts and he's like, "You want some?" I'm like,
yeah.
"No."
And I was like, this is so
And
good.
I would taste the dessert and I was just like, "Oh my
Yeah,
gosh."
that thing was fire.
Not even that thing. Every dessert they
Yeah, it
made.
was.
Like things in America that I don't even like that are French, like the macaroons and the
Yeah,
French desserts and
she
the
loved the
croissants.
macaroons.
There, it was just like,
Magnifique.
it was amazing.
Yeah,
So I agree with you. The desserts were
yeah.
incredible. The room size, of course, I enjoyed.
I wish the
Um,
room was a little bit brighter though, because I like more light.
yes, he does
But
like light.
yeah,
And then the last thing I really enjoyed because I was a little nervous because I'm not that big on French food, but even at breakfast, I'm going to tell you guys a little embarrassing story that happened.
I want to hear this one.
So I have grown up. I'm an American
The
child.
child, she grew up big girl.
I have grown up loving Egg McMuffins
Oh
from
my gosh,
McDonald's.
this is so funny. Egg
So
McMuffins.
we get to this French restaurant, and when you're in Paris, you have to have another flair of sophistication, you know?
Yes, yes. And this was
So
at the restaurant in the hotel
in
for
the hotel.
breakfast.
So Anthony puts it in my mind. He's like, "Oh, look, they have egg McMuffins because it's on the menu." But on the menu, it says egg muffin. And that's supposed to be, your,
Yeah.
what's the bread?
English muffin?
Yeah, like the English muffin, the English muffin, the egg, the Canadian bacon, and maybe like they'll put a little something else on it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh my
I
gosh,
kept saying Egg
I'm gonna
McMuffin.
have like the Egg McMuffin from McDonald's, but Paris style." So the server comes over. He's like, "Mademoiselle, what will you like to have for
I don't think he
breakfast?"
said it like that,
And
but
I was like, "Can I have the Egg McMuffin, please?"
he was like, Egg McMuffin? We don't sell that here. That's not the street. That is in District 21. This is District 1.
I was so embarrassed. I was like,
Yeah.
"Damn, damn." And then I'm like, "I'm so sorry." And Anthony's dying laughing. And he's like, "No, no, madam. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay." But I know he was like,
He was
"Simple
like,
American."
simple American. Oh, suck it. Ooh.
So definitely, without a doubt, would you recommend the Mandarin Oriental
I
Paris?
would. I absolutely would. And the location was a great location. We were able to walk around.
Yes.
I would recommend it.
Yeah.
It's a little pricey.
If you are going as a couple, a girls' trip, definitely you could do it for business too, but I really think that it serves all needs and you're going to have the service of a lifetime.
It was great. Wonderful.
So we're going to stick to our Paris trip, but I do want to
Hey,
talk about the
wee.
hotels that we stayed at. So we
Oh
went,
yeah.
our next hotel that we went to was the Waldorf Astoria when we went to Amsterdam. So we're going to jump to Amsterdam, but come back to Paris
Wee.
shortly.
Let's take the train there.
So the Waldorf Astoria, another luxury hotel.
Oh my
I
gosh.
wanted to impress Anthony. Did I impress you?
You did.
So
But I was the one that pushed
yes,
for us to actually
I
stay
said,
there.
Anthony, I want to stay at the Waldorf, but if you know, you know.
If you know, you
And of
know.
course, Anthony, bougie
No,
Anthony,
no, no.
he was like, let's do it. Let's do it.
You only live once.
So, what did you think when you pulled up? Walk them through from just arriving and going through the first floor of the Waldorf.
Well, well, all the buildings, they kind of look somewhat similar because they
Mhm.
look like homes, and you'll get into that a little bit later. They all look like houses that they're on a street block, like townhomes. They're all connected. So at first when I pulled up, I was like, "Oh, this is a Waldorf." I was thinking it was going to be like,
Something
how
grand.
some grand thing, like how you go to other Waldorfs and you see it and you're like, "Whoa." So I was like, "Okay, this is
Well,
okay."
let's explain why. This is a perfect point.
Yes.
So Amsterdam, most of it is UNESCO protected. So they have all of these homes that were there for hundreds and hundreds of years, and they can't tear them down. So what the Waldorf Astoria has done is they've taken 6 homes and they couldn't tear them down, but they renovated inside of it to turn those homes into a
Hmm.
hotel. So while you're walking from throughout the hotel, if you ever see the level go down, you're going into another home. It's the
Hmm.
coolest thing ever.
It's neat.
So they used to have all of these like traders and governors and people who were, of affluence along the canals, and they've taken over. So there's so much history from the first traders in
Yeah.
Amsterdam in this hotel. So when you walk up to it, you just look up and you see them waiting in their uniform
Yep.
and take it from there.
Yeah. So you arrive, and we were like, "Oh, thank you." They come open up the door. They're greeting you. Ah, Mister Service. Oh no, wrong
You're not
place.
in
We're in
Paris
Amsterdam.
anymore.
I got to get my Amsterdam. Oh,
Everyone in Amsterdam spoke English, so you
yeah.
can just speak regularly.
Actually, I think we only met maybe 4 or 5 people that actually
We're
were
Dutch,
Dutch.
yeah.
Everyone else was from all over. The Spanish folks, folks from
Suriname.
Suriname, from France.
Yes, yes.
They were from everywhere except for from Amsterdam. And actually, the locals told us that most of the people who are from Amsterdam, the Dutch folks, they live on the outskirts. They don't really come
Right.
often into the
It's like
downtown, the
us. We
city.
don't live in Miami. We
Yeah.
live on the outskirts.
Yeah. So we go in there, they take our luggage, they put it downstairs. They said, we'll bring it up to your room. You come into it. And it's nice because, I like lights, I like
It's so
brightness.
bright.
And we go in there, it's like the blues and the grays. It was just beautiful when you walk into the
Lobby.
lobby. But when you walk into the lobby, it was just amazing. You walk in there, they greet you, warm towel. I gotta get my Dutch in, but they give you the towel. They greet you. We get to our check-in. And even the person who checked us in, she was just so excited. She was
Yes.
so pleasant and filled with so much vibrance.
Yeah. She
So I was
really
like,
was.
wow, we are here.
Yeah. She made us feel so special.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was smiling. It was great. And then we even saw, even the gentleman who took our bags was very kind as well too. It was just a very good vibe.
Yeah, they have like these 4 or 5 scents, and you can choose which scent you want.
Hmm.
And you can use that scent to, like, maybe day one, you want your room to smell this way,
Hmm.
day two, day three, which was
Yeah,
amazing.
they'll come and they'll spray it in your room when they're doing the turn down service,
Yeah.
and so that and it was like an old school perfume type bottle where you had the big rubber thing on the end there, like it smelled great. I love scents. My memory works good with like smells and stuff. Like if I ever smell something, it'll take me right back to a childhood or something I experienced.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
So, what did you think when they opened the door and you see the room?
I was amazed. They actually gave us an upgrade as
Hmm.
well too, so we were right on the canal. It was a huge room. It was old school, but had like some modern flair to
Yeah.
it. And it was so bright and just amazing. I truly, really liked it. When you walked into the room, The closet's straight on. Then you turn to the left. The bed is there. It's bright. It's vibrant. The blues, the grays, the whites. You walk into the room. You have a little fireplace. It's a fake fireplace, but it really
Sweet
helped
touch.
with the decor and
Yeah.
everything. They have the chocolates that are there that look
In
like
the
clogs,
yes, that was
shapes of
so
clogs. These
yummy.
yellow clogs. They were so good in the middle of the night. Fast forward when I need to check in 30 hours beforehand. When I woke up, I was like, let me try this, what Lisa was talking about. I was like, oh, golly. So I ate those. They had champagne there. The room was just so amazing. You had a tub, a standalone tub that was there because I actually we want to have that for our home as well too.
Yes.
It was just really nice. So many windows as well too, because I like a lot of windows for natural light to come in. I really enjoyed it. I think this was my favorite, or within my top 2 or top 3 hotels ever.
I agree. It's in my top 5 hotels ever. But I will say, you guys, I'm really some girls they buy shoes, others buy purses.
You buy hotels?
I just love a
Oh,
good hotel stay. Like, and the Waldorf Astoria is really knowing my style. We've stayed there in
who's the one that's bougie? She's
no.
got expensive style.
We stayed there in
Yep.
Orlando. We went by there in Vegas. We did that
Very
in
nice.
Key West.
That's
They
true.
just opened a new Waldorf Astoria in New York City, you all.
When we going?
I know. It's really, it just changes your whole trip.
Yeah,
The service, the room, even just the quality of the trip changes based on where you
it's
stay.
true. And people often say, well, I'm not going to be in a hotel room. I mean,
Yeah, you're gonna have to sleep somewhere.
yeah.
It makes a huge difference. So our last hotel that we stayed at was not, it was still a luxury hotel, but it wasn't on the same scale as the Mandarin
Hmm.
and as the Waldorf. It was the Sofitel Le Scribe in the
Scribe.
District. And what did your thoughts? What did you think about that?
Well, it was a very historical hotel. It's right in the middle of everything. It's almost like you're in Times Square.
Yeah,
It's more so kind of like
great
a
location.
great location to get to everything. A lot of other hotels are around it. You walk in, you're greeted, great service. One of the interesting things is when you first walk in and then to your right, there's like a kind of place where you have tea or coffee. And the gentleman or the lady told us that this is actually the first store that Louis Vuitton actually had in Paris.
Hmm.
It's connected to, it's a part of the hotel.
Hmm.
And we were like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that when we were going in there. So even from a historical standpoint, to be able to see this was the first Louis Vuitton location was amazing. Side note, they're building a Louis Vuitton hotel in Paris.
Hmm.
You should see that.
But he's
Opens in
not bougie. But
2026.
he's not bougie.
I'm not bougie. I'm just saying they're building a Louis Vuitton hotel.
Um, Another historical fact about this hotel is Josephine Baker.
Yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Do it again. I didn't
Do,
get you.
do, 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 do.
Josephine Baker, which was a renowned black woman who was basically making millions
Yeah.
in
During World War One time frame.
exactly. She actually loved this hotel and she spent her last days and passed away in this hotel. So they used to have the whole second floor in her honor,
Hmm.
but as time has gone on, they've renovated and
Yeah.
redecorated and it's no longer represented. But it was just so nice to be a part of that history and stay there.
Yeah. It was great, especially after, and we'll get into this later on, after we went on a tour and learned about Josephine Baker much more in depth, and then the ability to go to the church where she had her funeral, but then staying at the same hotel where she
Mhm.
frequented and then where she passed. It was very surreal.
Absolutely. What do you, if you could name 1 or 2 things about the Sofitel Le Scribe Hotel, what
Scream!
stood out to you?
I really liked one, the location. I think they upgraded us too in this one
They
as well
did.
too.
They
And
did.
man,
I'm
isn't
telling
God
you,
good?
the favor of the Lord.
Hey, oh glory. Should have bought a Honda Accord LE. So when I really like it was a smaller room, but
Yes.
it was still. I loved when we went into the room. That one of the things, or one or two things that I liked was when you went in there and the not copper. What do you call it? Brass,
Yes, it was rose gold.
rose gold. Sorry, rose gold in the bathroom on the knobs, the fixtures and everything. That was a very
It was a nice
interesting
touch.
touch.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been to a hotel where it was like that. So it was very neat. Then also when you went into the bathroom, he had a button, the gentleman who checked us in. He said, you press this button. It seemed like it's something Bluetooth related, and then it filters the water. I was like, what?
Yeah. But see, I love that you took that as a good thing because in my mind, it's like this is just bad water and you have to press the filter
Yeah.
to filter it.
Yeah, it was interesting. So I made sure I pressed that
Yeah.
to
I
when I'm
was like,
brushing my
when I was
teeth.
brushing my teeth, I kept on pressing it
Yeah.
over and over again.
You probably turned it off all the time you were pressing it. And then you walk into the room, and then you go out into the little kind of balcony area, and then you can see the Eiffel Tower when you just poke your head around the
Yeah,
corner and down a
you gotta
little
do
bit.
this. Oh,
There it
there's the
is.
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, right over the crane.
Yeah.
That was kind of blocking it a little bit.
But you had an Eiffel Tower view.
We did have an Eiffel Tower view. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
A smaller, cozier room. If you're looking for more of a luxury hotel at a lower cost, this is a great option.
Oh, amazing option. I
Absolutely.
enjoyed it.
So those are the three hotels we wanted to make sure we shared with you. Of course, we have so many other hotels in Paris that we often send our guests to. So if you're not looking for a luxury hotel, we can definitely fit you at a moderate level or
Yeah.
even an economy level to make sure we can fit everyone's budget.
Yeah.
So when we left Paris to head to Amsterdam, we traveled on the Eurostar. The Eurostar is a train that you can take throughout Europe so you don't have to go on a plane.
Bullet train. That thing was
So
going fast. First time on a bullet train.
so now we did the Eurostar. Tell them what's your opinion? If you had to fly or take the Eurostar again, which one would you choose between the European countries?
I would definitely take the train,
Yeah.
the Eurostar, because it was fast, and you don't have to go through all the custom. Well, since you're already in Europe, you don't have to go through customs
But
and all
being
that
there
stuff.
and going through the
Being there early
airport,
ahead of
yeah,
time and dealing with the airport, we're getting to the airport experience, that's a whole nother story.
yeah.
But Eurostar was the best way to do it, and we paid a little bit more. So then we were able to have the nice seats, and they served you food on the Eurostar, which was
Well, there's three tiers in the Eurostar. So if you stay at the highest tier, you get, serve food and drinks throughout the entire experience.
mhm.
So
Little bubbly.
going there for breakfast, the food wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
It was just very sweet.
yeah, that's what it was.
And I feel like they
Yeah,
always say Americans, we're like all about the sugar, but I felt like I could feel my sugar like spiking from
yeah,
the breakfast.
yeah. It was very sweet. Definitely had a lot of croissants, of
Yeah,
course.
they had like a croissant, a roll, a sugar yogurt,
Yeah,
watermelon with a sugar granola. I was
yeah,
like, goodness, is this like dessert
yeah.
or?
That's why I probably felt inflammation in my back. All that sugar.
And then on the way back, we didn't even touch, we already had
Yeah, we
breakfast,
had.
but we didn't even touch the lunch because when I saw the people beside us getting lunch, I was like,
Mm.
am I on Air France? 'Cause why can't I recognize what that is? What is that?
We
So,
good.
yeah. So just so people who haven't been on the Eurostar, when you're going from Paris to another location, you go to the terminal. You should get there 30 minutes ahead of
Hmm.
your train leaving. And it's really self-explanatory. It tells you the number to go to. You wait there at that location. You hop on. You're able to put your suitcase.
But you have to lift it up yourself. They actually tell
Yeah.
you have to pick it up. The attendant who's making sure checking you in, they will watch you struggle to lift up Lisa's heavy bag that was probably 60 pounds to put up at the. I was like,
And
and they were
and
watching. Hurry up, sir. The people are waiting. They're waiting. Go hurry. I'm like,
Ladies, we
uh,
need options. So our
uh,
bag has to have
uh,
options. Okay.
uh, uh.
So now that we've
Yeah.
talked about all of the splurges for a luxury experience,
Mm-hmm.
which splurge would you skip for next time that you didn't think was worth it?
That I would skip. Oh, gosh. Maybe the train going to the highest tier.
I
I
agree.
would skip that. We don't need to be in at the highest tier and have the food just for food because we eat
Exactly.
beforehand anyway. It was not worth it. It wasn't necessary, but it was good to experience it so you
Yes.
know.
I completely agree. Like you can bring your own food onto the
Yeah,
train and not have to eat their food. Like it just wasn't
yeah,
needed. But now we know.
yeah.
Alrighty.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
So let's get into activities and experiences.
Ooh, my favorite.
So in Paris, we started off our activities with the e-bike tour.
Bicicleta. Wait, that's Spanish. E-bike tour.
So for the e-bike tour, it was really cool because we partnered with the company that works with I Can't Wait to Travel, and they were able to. We had a private person, just the two of us, with us.
Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
Just the two of us.
You and I.
See, you got ADHD too. I don't
So
have that.
So he did a personal tour through all of the hot spots in Paris for us to see. We stopped on our bike.
Wait. We got to go back a little bit.
What's that?
When we first got to the tour place, took the Uber there, and then the guy comes out. I'm expecting it to be someone from France with the mustache curled up. He says, what was his name again?
Jake.
Jake. And it wasn't from State Farm, but you might as well say it was because he was American. Hey guys, I'm Jake.
I loved that Jake was American
Yeah.
because he could relate to us.
Oh yeah.
He knows our thoughts, what we're thinking, and he can give us the Paris experience
Thoughts.
and the American experience because
He
he's
was a
been in
prophet.
both places.
Yeah.
I love
He
that.
was great too.
He was
I mean,
awesome, incredible.
when we got to learn a lot more about him. He's from America, from what part?
Boston.
Boston, from Boston Yards, from the harbor, and he came all the way over to Paris. He came here by himself, lived here for 2 years. He's a history buff, lived all over the place, Germany, everywhere, and he's just following history. And it was great to be able to go on this tour with them, and he was so knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm. Every single location, he had so much history to share. But because it's a private tour, he curbs it to whatever you like.
Yeah.
So if you see, like we were driving or riding by certain streets and we found the best streets for you to just stop and get off your bike and take a picture with the Eiffel Tower behind. Even better, it's almost so much more beautiful when you can take a picture of the Eiffel Tower when it's not directly on it, like when you're just seeing it between a street. And it was just so romantic.
Romantico. Oh, that's Spanish again. I keep doing that.
Yes, he was speaking Spanish to so many people in Paris until finally we had a Spanish-speaking server in one of the restaurants.
Finally. Some Espanol. She was Colombian.
Yes.
In Peru.
So I would definitely recommend the e-bike tour for any guest who's mobile enough. And even if you're not that physically fit, it's an e-bike.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to do that much
Adjust the levels.
Right.
Cruise. And we did it, like you said, like as soon as we got off the plane, got to the airport, to the hotel, went on there. Because you want to keep going because it's a 6-hour time zone difference.
Until that night. You got to get on the Paris time.
Yeah.
So you got to keep going so you don't go to sleep.
Got to go. And what a better way to do it but a physical activity that's light.
Yes, absolutely. I recommend doing physical tours or even doing a hop-on, hop-off tour because hop-on, hop-off bus tours don't have a start time. So no matter what time your flight or comes in, what time you check in, you can just say, let's get started now. And you don't have the pressure.
No pressure.
Alrighty, so day 2, we did something very unique.
Ooh.
We did the Black Paris Experience tour.
Oh, that was amazing.
And I really wanted to do this because so many times in our life, we think of Paris as just, European sophistication
Love.
and love, and we don't know the history about how Africa has influenced Paris, how African Americans have influenced Paris, how the Caribbean
Mm-hmm.
has influenced Paris. And this tour allowed us to learn so much.
Very enlightening.
I mean, even from the beginning of when Paris was just beginning as a city, the aqueducts, the water system, all of that was taught by the Africans to Paris, which just gives us a sense of pride. And then World War One, you were so amazed.
Yeah.
Tell them about what you learned.
Well, one of the amazing things was that I never knew that Napoleon actually had one of his generals, the only black general. His name was Alexander Dumas, a black general. With you see his name on the Arc de Triomphe, and I had never heard of a black general in World War One. And the interesting thing is that a lot of Americans went to France to fight World War One because of just the whole racial issue here in the United States. The French were welcoming them to come there to help fight. A lot of them learned how to fly fighter jets, learned how to do so many different things. So they weren't being discriminated against. They were fighting right next to the French.
And just like to pause and think about that, like to see that Black Americans did not feel respected, recognized, or were treated well in America, and they went to war in another country just to be treated as an equal.
Yeah.
Or to be treated better than the Americans were treating them. And even if they weren't at that equal status yet, it was much better than they had ever been treated before. And that's how so many Black people ended up in Paris.
Yeah.
Because they just wanted a better life.
Yeah. You're so right. It was very sobering. Like sometimes I was saying this to one of the guests there. It's like it's amazing to hear these stories, and then other times I don't want to say angry, but just frustrated with just the way how history has treated us, and seeing how how Black Americans and Black folks have fought for America, and then people that have come back to America, then they were treated less than, and they were the ones that were fighting for our freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we learned about a gentleman who was, he was one of the main reasons that the French were able to win in the World War One because of his fighter plane skills. And he had award and medal upon a medal and upon a medal on his jacket, just how skilled he was. And then he came back to America, could not find work, was not recognized for any of his work. And now he had to work as an elevator man.
Yeah. And that gentleman's name was Eugene Bullard.
Yeah.
And then someone saw him. He worked in the elevator because, back in those days, you had to have an elevator attendant. And then he would wear his jacket with all the medals on it. And people thought you're just wearing these medals just to wear them. And then someone saw, and there's a whole interview on YouTube that you could watch where he talks about his life and what he experienced and how the French folks treated him right. But again, you come back to America and then you're like, being less than, you're going to work in this elevator.
It was crazy. So just to see, these great historians, we saw, we heard of stories of people who not only were fighting in World War One, but they were part of entertainment, how
jazz.
Blacks brought jazz to Paris, how there was just so much influence.
Yeah.
And just reminds me of just how much of an impact we've had all across the globe. But here in America, it was, diminished.
Yeah, it was the lady on the tour was saying they were calling it the Harlem of Paris.
Yeah.
With just music and influence, it was amazing. The funny thing is, the Germans, even though they were against black folks and stuff, the German folks during Hitler's time, there were a number of them that actually loved the music.
Yeah. It's so true. So true. So the next item that we did the following day was we went on the Seine River Cruise. And this was an amazing river cruise because it was a Michelin star chef, 3-course meal with wine pairings.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so sophisticated, so amazing. You get to pick what you want. I was having caviar and champagne and wine. And the food was so delicate, but still fulfilling.
It was. Well, I mean, it was a multiple courses, and they
but
hit you with a lot of bread.
Yes.
More bread, monsieur.
Yes. So I thought it was an incredible time. What did you think of the Seine River Cruise?
I really enjoyed it. It was very, well, I love the blues and grays. Once again, as soon as we go inside, I love those colors. So, and I think we were the first ones actually on board the cruise. And when we first got there, it's right in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. We took a lot of pictures going down there. There was actually someone taking wedding photos there as well too. But as soon as we got on, service magnifique. We got a window seat. Right there, where we're right there by the Eiffel Tower. Again, the food pairing was good. The wine pairing with the food was amazing. Service was amazing. It was a little chilly, a little cool, but it felt great.
Yeah.
It felt great. But Lisa got a little sick.
Okay, guys. This had nothing to do with the river cruise. This was 5-star all the way. I am coming to the realization that this 43-year-old woman cannot handle any cruises anymore. Any like little boats. It wasn't even that little, but I just can't handle it anymore. So we ate our meal. I made sure I had everything. And then I just felt like slowly something's not right. Something's not right. So I started to feel queasy. And I went up to the second deck just to get away from everyone because I don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to, So as I'm going up to the second deck, my shoe gets stuck in the plank.
Yeah.
And now the strap on my shoe has broken off. Nice. I only have one shoe.
One shoe.
My stomach is queasy. I feel like I'm going to vomit. And Anthony, the big jokester, will not stop making jokes about this. He's like asking the people, how do you say, left, right in French so I can walk slowly with one shoe? And then he's like, I don't know, even remember how you said it, but say it's like plop pla. He's like, plop pla, plop pla, plop pla.
Plop pla.
And I made it, you guys. I made it. We got back off the ship.
But one of the guys, the attendants on there, he came find me. Oh, monsieur, your wife, she needs some help, and her shoe broke. I'm like, oh God, oh God, shoe broke. So I'm growing up in Canada.
Oh yeah, I forgot. How can I leave this part out?
I watched a show called MacGyver. MacGyver was a very handy guy, and actually, my father. He's an engineer, and I feel like I have that in me. I can fix things. I figure things out. Let me see. How do I do this? So I went upstairs. She was hurled over. Show a picture of that too. Don't forget to add that to it. She was like, I was like, man, what's wrong now? Supposed to be on vacation on this river cruise. And your shoe broke. Let me see this. I'm like, how can I fix this? Because I like solving problems. And then I went downstairs and I asked the attendant, Monsieur, do you have a stapler? I was like, because I was like, how can I fix this? So I got the stapler, got her strapped to her shoe. And I was like,
You did not put that many staples in.
It was a lot of staples. How would you know? Your face is like this. You're like this. And I put probably maybe 10 staples
Really?
in one in my finger too. But don't worry about that one. I'm all right. And then that's what made it work. And I was just hoping that it would hold up the whole way. I was like, walk slowly, left, right, left, right.
So we got off the ship. We had to go up the stairs, around the corner to get an Uber, and he was just saying, "Plow, plow, 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 plow."
Plow, plow, plow.
And I was still very queasy. Then we had to go through Paris traffic, and he's swerving, and I was like,
and those bumpy
roads.
roads.
Made it back to the hotel, and I got under the covers, guys.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you,
never threw up though.
No, I didn't. And I'll tell you, he was perfectly fine. Everyone else on the ship was fine. I would definitely recommend this Seine River cruise. It was top tier. I mean, whoever planned it did a great job. Oh, that would be me.
It was you.
I was me. Did a great job.
Madame.
Yes. So the following day, we are in Amsterdam. We're going through all the activities now. We did.
But before we got to Amsterdam, how did you feel when we first got there early in the morning and we got to the train station?
The train station?
To go to Amsterdam.
Well, I was just excited. I mean, I'm from New York, guys.
Oh God, this New York thing.
This is nothing new to me. Trains, buses, metros. That's who I am.
Oh boy.
That's who I am.
There we go.
So it was great. I enjoyed it.
But they say watch out for the pickpocketers when you're in Paris. And that would be a primary spot where they say watch out for the pickpocketers. Yeah. When you're walking around, you're like, watch out, you got your bag over your shoulder, watching everybody. Man, you a pickpocketer? Why are you coming so close to me? All this area to stand, why are you standing so close? And then we'll move a little bit.
Yes.
But we were able to get on the train and it was great. Yes. Oh, but you didn't say how when we went on the Black Paris tour, we actually took the subway too.
We did. But tell them, I mean, I'm used to subways. I'm from New York.
Gosh.
So tell them how you felt.
The subway was amazing, folks. I actually was thinking, because, Lisa has a fears of ratatouille.
So you guys, this is a big fear of mine. He may joke, but like...
Be serious now.
Take a moment to be serious.
Ratatouille.
I have a phobia of rats. And I was very concerned about taking the train in... Not the Eurostar, the regular metro train in Paris, the subway, that there might be a rat down there.
Because people are saying there's rats everywhere.
And Paris is so much cleaner than everyone tries to make it seem.
Yeah.
Like if you've been to New York, you can handle Paris.
Yeah. I only saw one rat. Like I told you, it was when we were on the river tour and there were some guys on they were over on the other side, just sitting on a bench eating their croissants or their sandwiches. And I saw one guy jump up, whoa, and then another guy jump. It was a rat running underneath the bench.
I am so glad that I didn't see this because...
Well, your head was down like this at that time.
I have a big fear of rats. I don't know, just the thought of it. If I even see it on the television, I have to leave the room. When he's talking about it, it makes me sick.
Like one of these rats?
Yeah, right. I just the thought of them even being on the trap and I can't. So I was so happy to be in the metro, and it was cleaner than I thought.
It was very clean, cleaner than New York subway.
Yeah, it's so much cleaner.
And they actually have these guard like glass rail across the entire subway track. Like you can't just accidentally fall on the track because the doors, when the train comes up, the doors open and then that glass door opens and then you get on there. Like, I don't know why we're not doing this in the United States. Like it would prevent so many issues.
We've seen so many movies where someone has pushed someone onto the tracks. Yeah. Why not put a rail there? I don't know.
It was so simple.
Yeah.
That was a good experience. And we weren't actually supposed to take the subway. We were supposed to take the local city bus And because as a part of the tour, they want you to be immersed into the culture. They don't want to have like a private bus taking you around. They want you to get on the bus with everybody else. And then the bus was taking too long or something like that. It's
But
like,
when I told Anthony there was going to be a public bus, you were like, a public bus on a tour?
no, I didn't.
Exactly. Exactly.
But then when she said we're going to the subway, I was like, I would take the public bus instead of the subway because I was thinking of Ratatouille.
And it was great.
It was great. It was a very good experience. Fast train, a lot of people on the train. Hold your purses close. Everybody watching everybody, not knowing who's a pickpocket.
So,
Amsterdam.
continuing with the activities, we now go the following day to do another canal cruise. But you have to keep in mind, when you're in Paris doing the Seine cruise, this is like a huge river.
Yeah, massive.
In Amsterdam, it's only 9 feet of water. They're
Yeah.
all man-made. So we weren't feeling any waves or
No.
anything. You're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And I love that we did this. It was, a luxury canal cruise, but it fits like maybe, I'd say 10 to 15 people.
Yeah, about 10 people around there.
And they give you all you can drink, soda, water, wine, whatever your drink
Beers.
is. And they give you a charcuterie board of Dutch,
Oh, it was great.
Dutch treats.
Yeah.
So cheeses and their Dutch snacks that they
Yeah.
like to eat.
That little wafer looking thing with honey in it. Oh, man, I can't remember the name, but it was great.
Yeah.
The food was great.
Yeah, and we had a tour guide, and he's like, we're going through the canals, and he's just telling you all about Amsterdam.
Yeah.
We already told you about also the buildings.
Oh.
All the buildings are all next to each other. They're like matchboxes.
It's like townhomes, but
Yes.
they have a little different colors to them yeah.
Exactly. And then Amsterdam was built on swampland. So they were supposed to put the buildings on like 13 feet of wood sticks. But it takes so much time at that time for them to ship these wood sticks to Amsterdam. So some of the sticks that they were building them on are shorter than others. So because of that, some of the buildings are leaning forward.
Literally leaning forward.
Like the building is literally leaned this far over. And others are, leaning to the side. But they have city surveyors checking every year to make sure they won't fall over.
Yeah.
But it's very unique.
It is very unique. And actually, because the city, Amsterdam, suffers flooding periodically or whatnot, so you saw these hooks, these levees at the top of every building, and they would store their grain on top of the roof because if there's flooding, you don't want your grain and all your supplies to get soggy. So they would actually hoist them up and store them on top of the roof, which was
in the attic,
which is probably why some of the buildings actually pulled forward because all that weight.
Yeah.
I think one of the guys actually said that.
Yeah.
But that was great. I really loved that tour. Man, the people on our on that little river cruise we were on, they were going in on that rosé.
Oh my gosh. Like when they said that all of the drinks were included, these people that we were with, they were like, okay, we are gonna finish every bottle on this.
There's probably like 5-6
like
bottles.
There were times where I was like how are these people still even like sitting upright?
Yeah, they drank. They drinkers. That's when they were functional drinkers.
I don't even believe there was alcohol in some of those rosé bottles. But I felt like they were just like they didn't even want to pour it in the glass. They just wanted to take it to
They should have just given them all a bottle. They were going in.
It was intense.
And champagne. And champagne. That'll get to your head. They were going in on all of it.
But we met a really nice couple on there, and I could tell he was feeling it.
Oh, definitely. When he got off, he was like, "You guys want to grab something to eat over here?" It's like, great. What are you guys gonna do after this? Like, we're gonna go eat. We're gonna catch.
You should get a cold shower, but we're about to head out to dinner.
We're gonna go to dinner too.
And I'm like, if you can find it. Really?
I'm exaggerating. He wasn't
No, you are not exaggerating at all. That's exactly how drunk he was.
But he wasn't like that when he was sitting down. It was like when he
settled in.
stood up, and it was like, Transformers.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. I hope he made it back home.
The other folks, though, which
They were,
they were Dutch, I
they were
think,
good.
right?
They were like, this is just a
"That's what we
regular
do."
Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah. Was it a Tuesday?
I don't
or was
know.
it a Monday? Yeah, it was like a Monday, just random Monday. You're like,
Yeah.
we just,
You know.
yeah, you know.
So sticking with our activities, the next day we did another e-bike.
Got to keep going.
So here's
Exercise.
here's a thought in my mind, guys. If I could do anything physical on vacation, sign me up because I'm trying to burn all these croissants
Croissant,
and treats that we're eating.
Yeah.
So we did another e-bike tour. Take it away, because we do these tours also to show if there's not a good experience, we're not going to use that company. So this is when we started with the e-bike tour in Amsterdam, and they said it was a rainstorm, but I promise you
It
guys,
was like a hurricane.
if we were in Florida, this would be like a Category 1 hurricane.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like there were times where we just got on the bike, and I asked them, I said to the guys, I said, do you have any raincoats? He's like, oh, no, we're out. I was like, okay. So we went to like the first stop, 2 minutes away from the shop. And I promise you, the wind and rain, I've never had rain beat on my face that hard in my life.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
And the tour guide was acting like I wasn't getting hit in the face. He's like, so then we're gonna start our tour, and then we're gonna go around this loop. And I'm like, dude, do you see me? Like the rain. Imagine this, like the rain and wind was just like I couldn't even turn my head.
Yeah.
And my husband came into husband mode.
I was like, bruh, you got a raincoat? He's like, why didn't you get one back there? It's like,
they told us we ran out. Like, oh, we only have ponchos. So when I asked for a raincoat,
you could have said we don't have any raincoats, but we have these ponchos we can give you. Almost made me cuss. Almost made me lose my Holy Ghost.
So we're like, okay, so this is like my third embarrassing story I'm about to tell on this one.
Let them know.
So
this is a safe space.
I try to put my, my makeup face on for you guys for pictures.
Totally don't wear no makeup.
But remember, the rain is beating me like, so all of the makeup is smearing down, and Anthony's like, why did you wear makeup to a bike tour?
Looking like the Joker. Why so serious? Why so serious?
I can feel the makeup like just dripping out my face with the
like
rain.
The Joker. All the blush all smeared, lipstick off.
I can feel it, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna give it to Anthony. I was like,
Told her. What do I know?
So the guy goes back. He gets me the poncho, and
me too. I was like, don't forget me, bruh.
And then tell them about our experience.
Well, battling the winds as you're trying to ride the bike was an interesting one, but there's a lot of traffic going on there. But in Amsterdam, it's got to be millions of bikes.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen any place in my life where there's that many bicycles everywhere.
The history. So basically, it used to be only a bike country. Mm-hmm. And then they eventually brought in cars. The streets are so narrow that they're not made for cars. So it's easier and faster to get everywhere by bike. And then the rules and the laws are on the biker side, not on the driver's side. So most people choose to just bike to be safe.
You even see people in their suits biking to work. I mean, but we saw that also in Paris too. Yeah. People, when we first got there, people in suits riding their bicycles.
But there's more bikes in Amsterdam.
There's millions. And they said, how many bikes do they fish out of the rivers?
The canal, they pull 2,000 bikes out every year.
Yeah, like it is galore. But a lot of them are old school bikes. But anyway, we went on the bike tour. I mean, this wind is like blowing crazy. How many times did Lisa's poncho blow over her face while she's riding?
The poncho is over my head.
So what did I do? MacGyver. What I did was I was like, I'm going to do a little test. And I took the poncho and I looped it through my belt, through my loop on my pants, and then tied it. And that That is what made the poncho stick. And I said, now that I went through my trial, I'm going to do it to Lisa's. And it worked.
Yes.
MacGyver.
Yes.
And
it
then she
did.
unlatched it and went over her face again.
Because it stopped raining, so I thought I was good.
You don't know. That rain was like a Florida rain.
Yes.
Like it would just come, ooh, and then stop. A couple minutes later, ooh, and then stop. I mean, but the rain was, like you said, it was like category 1
Yeah.
storm.
I'm from Florida and I've never seen.
I thought you said I'm from New York.
Well,
now it's when it's convenient. I'm from Florida.
Well, I've been in Florida since 91.
But you said I'm from Florida.
Okay.
I'm from New York. I'm from the streets. Subway, plane, train, automobile. I got it.
So, would you recommend not necessarily that company, but an e-bike tour through
Oh,
Amsterdam?
absolutely, because it's a lot quicker to get around. And I felt more comfortable walking around the city once we did the e-bike tour, because now at that point, we knew kind of how to get around at that point. Obviously, you're still using your navigation, your Google Maps.
Yeah.
But every place that we went around the whole city, basically.
Yeah.
So now when we went back out and we were walking, we walked to the restaurant, we walked here or there. It was a lot easier. When we drove, we had an Uber to the restaurant.
Right. We would only Uber because we were short on time, but we could have walked or rode a bike. And the hotel we were staying at actually had bikes, but we never got a chance to use them.
That would have been a lot more convenient.
Yeah. So we did a river cruise tour in Paris. We did a river cruise or canal tour in Amsterdam. We did the biking tour in Paris, the biking tour in Amsterdam. Which one did you like better?
The biking tour in Paris was I liked better. Not to say I didn't like the biking tour in Amsterdam. Like Paris, there was like more history we were seeing.
Yeah.
With
And it
Paris.
was a private tour.
And it was a private tour as well too. Even though this other one we were on wasn't a private tour in Amsterdam, there was only maybe 6, 7 people.
Right.
It was fine, but I felt like there's just so much more history we learned from the first gentleman.
Yeah.
And then in terms of which cruise did we like better, I did like the Seine River cruise, but I think I might have liked the Amsterdam one better because the people were. It was like the people. It was more relaxed. It was like relaxed. People were playing around, joking. I mean, we had a lot of laughs on there.
We did.
So
I agree.
that's where I would go. The
Definitely.
E-bike tour in Paris and the canal tour in Amsterdam.
I completely agree. So moving on to food, my main concern is that when Anthony and I are in the United States, we actually are not big French food eaters.
No.
If there's ever a choice, do you want French or do you want Italian, Mexican, whatever? We never pick French as our primary option.
Never.
So I wanted to make sure that I really focus on picking great Michelin star restaurants or renowned restaurants to choose from. So for him.
Yeah, for me.
For him.
But you heard what she said. I wanted to do this. I want
to make sure you had a good food experience.
Okay.
So thinking about all of the places that we ate in Paris, and I'm just going to remind you, the first night we ate at the Michelin star restaurant, that bistro, where you had the fish and the pasta.
Bistro Les Oliviers.
Very good, Musa. We also ate at. Do you remember the other restaurants we ate at in Paris?
There is a pizza spot which
was not picked. I'm talking about the one we selected. Don't put my name on that.
What was the other one? The other one was we did eat at the Mandarin. Well, that wasn't like one of the places that you picked, but what was the name of the other one?
We had Lebanese food on our last night in Paris.
That's right, we did.
And we also ate at the Pavilion in Paris.
Oh yeah,
So best food for
Seine.
For the restaurant. Which restaurant did you enjoy
in
the most?
Paris?
In Paris.
Oh man, I would say. This is a tough one because I actually didn't think about it. Even while I was there, I didn't really think about it because I liked more so the food when we were in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
That's what stuck out more to me was when we were in Amsterdam. I was like, here's all the flavors
Yeah.
that I liked as well too. So I don't know if I had to pick one, maybe it would have been the Lebanese restaurant because it's maybe some familiarity to
So your
Lebanese.
best restaurant in Paris was Lebanese food. Okay. I love the pavilion though. When we had that 5-course meal, that was really
That's
nice.
right. Actually, no, you are absolutely right. I really liked the pavilion. That's right. I forgot about that. That was the one where we had the waiter who's from Colombia.
No, that was the bistro.
That was the bistro.
The pavilion was when we had the beautiful outside
Oh,
garden.
yes, that's
Yes,
right.
yes.
I'm getting we ate a lot of food. All right. So all the places are starting to get confusing and blend together. But
Okay.
yes, but I did like the bistro though.
Yeah.
I
I
did
think
like
that
it.
we did really well, and we'd be happy to share all our restaurant options with you for your next Paris trip. We did really well when we picked it out ahead of time. You are not able in Paris to just say, hey, let's just walk into this bistro or this cafe, or you can't do that. Because when we just walked into
The
places for that burger,
yeah.
for the pizza,
Yeah. That's
you
why they
have
were
to,
available.
yeah, you have to plan it before. And when we went to all these restaurants, we would sit there and, we're early eaters. We would get there by 6, and by like 7, these restaurants were
Packed.
full and people were trying to get in, and we're like, no, no, no. We made reservations 3 weeks ago, 4
Yeah.
weeks ago, and they weren't able to come in for a meal.
And one very important thing, because when we've gone to Italy, this happened to us before, and then here in France as well too,
Hmm.
is the time that you go to eat. You may think a place is open, but it might not be because this is their, well, not siesta. I keep going back to the Spanish.
Okay, so we want to you want to give a fourth embarrassing story for me on this episode?
Break it down. You might as well at this point.
We were at the Black Paris tour, and Anthony and I, we can't do 8 and 9 hour tours. Like
Yeah.
after hour 5, we're like, okay, feed us.
And because we were walking quite a lot too.
Yeah. So we were like, all right, we're gonna leave the tour early and go get something to eat. I'm like, Anthony, I have a list of all these Paris stops you're gonna love.
You're gonna absolutely
You're gonna love it.
Let me tell you, you're gonna
Trust
love it.
me, I'm
I'm like,
ICWTT all
okay,
day.
let's see
Love it.
it.
So we get a cab. We drive like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, I hope this place is gonna be
This
good
place, no, the
'cause I'm
food
hungry.
is so good here. We get there, Monsieur, Mademoiselle, your restaurant is closed. You know that
Closed.
this is closed?
Doesn't open for another 3-4 hours.
So you have to make sure in Europe that you're always checking the time on the restaurant because they do close for a few hours before dinner.
Nice. And that's how my stomach sounded. That thunder that you just heard roar in the background.
Yeah. So you have to make sure.
But we had a very good Uber driver who was very chill. Because sometimes you may get an Uber driver like, man, I need to go, man. Let me just get out here. I got you
Yeah.
to your
He
location.
was very understanding. A lot of our Uber drivers are from Africa, actually.
Yeah.
Tunisia, was it
Algeria.
Algeria? A
Yeah.
lot of them were
Very
so
friendly.
kind to us.
Amazing.
Yes. So as Anthony said before, the food in Amsterdam was much better than Paris. Even though
Yeah.
Paris, the desserts were great, the
Yeah.
restaurants we chose were great, but Amsterdam just felt, if you like soul food in the US, I felt like Amsterdam was the soul food of Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very
You
good
know?
point. I didn't think about that.
It's like they just gave you that cozy comfort food. You want burgers and fries?
Yeah, they got a lot of burger joints in
Yeah. I'm
Amsterdam.
like, and when they give you your burgers and fries, they always give you mayonnaise because they eat their French fries with mayonnaise, not ketchup.
Yeah. And it was interesting when we went to that restaurant in Amsterdam,
Black and blue?
Black and Blue,
Yeah.
unlimited French fries.
I know. Anthony was so excited about this. You would have thought like they had like awakened something new. He was like, "Can I have some more fries?" Of course, sir. It's unlimited. Anthony was like,
Sorry? Unlimited school snacks?
So they need to bring that to America. Unlimited fries.
Yeah, unlimited fries.
So Black and Blue was amazing in Amsterdam. We also went to an Indian restaurant, and the food was good there, but they have such great Indian food in
Yeah.
Miami and New York as
Well,
well.
Turkish.
No, it was
Ali,
the
which one?
Indian, the one that we went to, and
Mandi?
Ashoka.
Oh, Ashoka.
When
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
yeah, 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 yeah.
there,
That's right.
there was a couple waiting outside, and there was a sign on the door that says full capacity. We're not taking anyone else. And then the couple was like, turn away all sad and like, they're at full capacity because you can't go in there. And I was like, I made reservations 3 weeks ago.
But you didn't tell them
No,
that. In your mind,
I
she
didn't
was
tell them
like,
that. I was like, full capacity. Let's see what they can do for
yeah.
us.
She said full capacity. I was like, why is she still pausing and looking at them? But she was saying it in her mind. I already made this reservation 3 weeks ago.
So we go in and they start to seat us. So the couple comes into the restaurant and I'm like, no, no, no. We had reservations.
You didn't tell them that.
I know.
The other people, they were like, how did they get in?
Yeah.
I want to get in. And they're like, no, they already had reservations.
I felt like because it was at full capacity and they were waiting outside,
To
it
see
made
if we were going to get in. Because we
yeah.
didn't tell them we had reservations. Truth be told, we were about 30 minutes late for a reservation. And we were hoping we were going to get in still. And we tried calling, couldn't get through. Like, you know what? Let's just try. You know what? Say a prayer. And the Lord did it again. Let me tell you.
Yeah. But you know what, Anthony? I feel like things are all mental because they were at full capacity. They had the sign on the door, the people were waiting outside, and then it was packed inside. I just felt like my expectations for the food went up
Oh,
so
it did.
high.
It did.
And I walked
Social
in
proof.
like, doon, doon, doon. Like I got in like I was in some VIP area. And then I ate the food. I'm like, all right, this is just regular Indian food. But it was really a great experience.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. The drinks were good. The food was good. What was the dessert? Oh, we had the
Oh, we
ice
had
cream.
pistachio ice
I
cream.
love pistachio.
It was amazing. It was so unique.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the food in Amsterdam and in Paris.
But we didn't talk about the Caribbean spot we went to called Mandi.
Yes. So the goal for this trip was I wanted to give us a little flair. So for those of you who are not aware, Amsterdam, is a part of colonizing, just like many of the other European countries. So they owned Suriname, which is a predominantly black country in the top of South America.
Yep. Yep.
So a lot of the black people that you see in Amsterdam, they're from Suriname and they've come to
Yeah.
Amsterdam to live. So also we've been to Curacao, which is owned by the Netherlands and Amsterdam. So they have that Caribbean flair there.
Yeah.
So we went to an authentic Caribbean restaurant that's infused with both Dutch and Caribbean feel.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. Those rib tips.
Oh God, that food was so good.
The rib tip. And it's such a party vibe. They have like a DJ there.
Yeah.
They have like we went on
Real
a quiet.
Caribbean looking on the
Yeah.
inside too. I thought we were like in Jamaica or
Yeah.
Curacao or somewhere. It was like really, really good.
It was really a cool experience.
Yeah.
I really loved it. So staying on this food track, how did you feel about the champagne and the wine in Amsterdam and in Paris? Anything new or different that you tasted that you haven't tasted before?
No, I think for the most part, well, obviously there were different types of wines or champagnes that we had. But I didn't really have something where I was like, whoa, this is like totally different, especially compared to knowing that earlier in the year we went to Napa Valley and then we tried those different type of wines, which I really loved as well
Do you
too.
like Napa wine better or European wine better?
Oh, man, those ones at Napa were hands down. They were so good. I mean, for now, until we have some other places, because we've had a lot of, we've had different, when we went 2 years ago, we went all across Europe and the Mediterranean. We had different wines and whatnot. But that Napa,
Yeah, I mean, I think
ugh,
that we feel pressure to say the wine is better in Europe, but I still like Napa
yeah,
wine better than
yeah,
European wine.
yeah, that's true. But it's not to say that the European wine that we've had wasn't bad. It was good. But that Napa though.
Yeah, I feel like we've had wine at these five-star restaurants and I don't taste anything like I'm like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, we do have a lot of African Americans that follow our podcasts. Do you have any pointers or tips, or if maybe there's nothing to share about being a Black traveler through Paris and Amsterdam? Did you feel welcomed?
Yeah,
How was that experience?
I felt welcome, especially in Paris, because when we were in Paris, you notice a lot of Black folks of all different backgrounds there. That's what I do like, because you go different places, just to be honest, and then you see some Black folks, they're not in like prominent positions, and you're like wondering why is that the case in that particular area,
Mm-hmm.
And then when we were in Amsterdam, you didn't really see as much as that of that. And we spoke to an Uber driver who was saying, well, you're not really seeing, there's a reason why you're probably not seeing as many Black folks in more prominent positions. We don't really know too much about the politics there.
Mm-hmm.
But in France, I saw a lot of our kind wearing suits, walking around in a very prominent positions. So I like
Yeah.
seeing the blend of the cultures there.
Yeah,
And
Paris was very much like New York. It was
very
just
much.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So in terms of that's what from my experience, what you can expect going there as a Black American going to Paris versus Amsterdam, but we still felt welcomed.
Yeah. I felt welcome in both Paris and Amsterdam. I think that I've, I don't know if it might just be me. I've never felt unwelcome in any European country. Sometimes if we go to like a really nice five-star hotel, sometimes I get looks,
Hmm.
but I don't internalize those looks as what are you doing here or who are you? Or I internalize those looks as just they just want to know more about me or maybe they're just inquisitive,
Curious. Yeah.
but I don't allow my mind to go negative and think that the look
Hmm.
that someone gives me necessarily has to be a racial look.
Yeah. That's fair.
So, whenever we have guests on the show, we spend the last portion of the show doing quick, fast questions.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. So, I have some rapid fire for
Smith
us
Sam.
before we wrap up the show.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Number one,
Fire.
what was the most
Jamaica. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Do it again. Sorry.
and I don't have AD.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
Oh my goodness. What was the most unexpected moment of laughter during the trip for you?
The most unexpected moment of
Where you
laughter.
just were dying laughing?
It was actually on the canal cruise with all the folks that were drunk.
Yeah.
And then seeing the guy who was driving the thing, he took a shot.
I know our canal cruise driver
Like,
took a shot of to drink, and I'm like, "Whoa, buddy, you gotta
yeah. And then
stay sober
2
here."
minutes later, he hit the side of the and we were going underneath the tunnel, and then he hit the side. We're like, dude.
Yeah, and we were like, "No more drinks for you, driver."
But
That's
the
so
people
true.
were funny. It was
Yeah.
like everyone was very comical on there. I mean, I was rolling hard
Yeah.
on that.
I had so many moments of laughter, and just looking at it, all of my silly mistakes and fun
Those
points.
were always funny.
Yeah, those are all great.
Oh yeah, with the broken shoe, broken strap.
Yes. So, what was the biggest travel hiccup for you during the trip?
Biggest travel hiccup for us was when we went and we bought some gifts for our parents.
Ah, sacre bleu.
This was a nightmare.
Yes, that was horrible. And let me tell you, do you want me to tell it?
Let you tell it. Let you tell it.
We went to the mall, which is like the Lafayette Mall that was near our hotel at the
Not
Sofitel
Lafayette,
Hotel.
Louisiana.
And we wanted to buy our parents something that they had never experienced before, meaning something that they could only buy in Paris. So we got them like this Christian Dior lotion or perfume set. And in my mind, lotion is not liquid.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Yeah.
It's like it's not liquid. And then they boxed it in this beautiful
It is
box.
beautiful.
And then they put it in another box.
Yeah.
And then they put that box in
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
box.
It's like a Russian doll.
It was just because it was just this whole set that was just like you could only get it in Paris. So Anthony says, well, our luggage is packed. Let's get a carry-on to put their gifts in. And I was like,
great idea.
Yeah, let's do it. So we go and buy a carry-on.
A nice one. Very nice one. Samsonite.
Yes, Samsung. And this is a little tidbit. If you stick with the Samsonite luggage, if they ever get damaged, they will replace it for free. So that's why I always get Samsonite. So we get this luggage, we go back, we pack it in, we head to the airport, and the luggage is carry-on because it's a carry-on luggage.
Yeah.
We put it on the conveyor belt. It slides through the conveyor belt, and the guy is like, boop, boop. And then he looks up at me. And the moment he looks up at me and makes eye contact, I went, the lotion.
And I was like, why would you put lotion in your bag? What are you talking about?
I'm like, Anthony, the lotion. He goes, why did you put lotion in the carry-on bag? And I go, you put the lotion in the carry-on bag. I was like,
sacre bleu. I forgot about this was lotion.
Because it's packed in like 3 different boxes and we never seen the lotion.
Totally forgot. And mind you, we didn't get to the area where they scan your luggage until what, 2 hours later? Because the lines were so long.
At the Paris
this was a worse airport experience to get to the point where you could get to your gate, and we got there so early.
So we're just like in disbelief. We can't believe that we have spent this money. It's going to get thrown.
It wasn't cheap.
Let me say it again. This package in a package is about to get thrown in the garbage. So
basura. That's
we
Spanish.
tried our best to send it. Unfortunately,
because they actually had the ability, because apparently this is happening quite often, and so they have
crying.
Yeah, there was one lady that was crying. She was speaking another language. I don't know what it was.
Whatever she bought was worth a lot.
Yeah, whatever she was bringing
had lots of value.
Had a lot of value. She was bawling like it was her baby.
And she's getting mad at her husband.
She was like pacing back and forth. I was like, what could it be? What is in this bag?
She had lotion.
That's about to be thrown away. But then they say they have the ability where this happens quite often, apparently, because, you just put it in this package. They have a drop box, almost like a UPS type drop box where they'll put it in there. She puts it in. She gives us, puts it in the package, puts it in the drop box, says, here's the code. Just fill this out. Use the QR code. Fill out your information, and it'll be shipped to you in the U.S. You're like, okay, that seems pretty simple enough. You just pay. You get on there, and then I'm like, I go through the country to pick the United States, and you can't pick the United States because there isn't any United States in there.
But pause for a second. This is very egocentric of me to say. I've never seen a country list without the United States on it before in my life.
America.
Like, United States, even though we start with a U, sometimes we're put at the top.
We gotta put United States at the top of that list. We are America.
We looked through that list about 10 times.
Nope. Like, come on. She's like, let me look. Maybe you didn't see it. Even the French security guard, like, give me your phone. Let me look.
And then she was like, no, look, New Jersey's there. We're like, New Jersey's not a country,
That's not
lady.
a country, lady.
It wasn't even New Jersey. It was like Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey, wherever that country is. I don't know what she was talking about. I was like, what? This isn't. And then we were there going back and forth, trying to figure it out. I'm on live chat with the guy for whoever owns this little thing. And then, long story short, they said, I guess with some recent change in laws, we can't ship to the United States
That just changed days before a trip.
So y'all didn't inform the security people before she grabbed her stuff, put it into the bag, and dropped it in a drop box that you can't ship to the U.S.?
So now our gifts to our parents are in this box. We can't get it out. Even if we wanted to, it's going to go in the garbage. So eventually we just had to have it shipped to Canada. And then
My
hopefully
cousin.
our relatives in Canada will ship it to us.
Hopefully.
Then she's gonna do
She can open the packet like Dior. It never came. It never came. I'm like, I see the package was dropped off at your. I see your signature here.
Oh my gosh. So
That was the worst experience.
yeah, that
That
was
was
the
a
worst
long rapid
experience.
fire, but
Yeah, it was
we had to let them
it
know.
was horrible. If we have two more questions. One, if you could do any day all over again because you had so much fun, which day would that be?
It might end up being the Amsterdam uh,
Canal cruise?
canal cruise.
Nice.
I actually really enjoyed that.
I see that. I didn't know you enjoyed it
I
that much.
enjoyed it. I didn't know either until going back. But I did like the bicycle tour when we first went to Paris because of the history. Because I loved learning
Yeah.
about the history. I also liked the African American tour. Those were the three things that
ones.
top ones.
If I could do any day again, it would be the Paris bicycle tour. Just because like I remember this moment. There was this beautiful grass field
Oh,
and we were just riding by it. Doo, 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 doo. And then we stopped and then our tour guide turned this way and we both turned around and like the Eiffel Tower was right
there.
behind us like magically. And it was just so romantic. It was if we could go back, which
That's true.
I think that we definitely need to do like a little charcuterie board lunch or picnic out there.
Yeah,
It was
'cause
just so beautiful.
people were doing picnics out there. They had
Their
their
puppies.
puppies running around there. We saw so many Milo lookalikes
Yeah, yeah.
out there. A dog. It was this big like picnic, like a garden, not garden, but like field.
Yeah,
It was just. It really felt like great out there. I really like
absolutely.
that part. You're right. You know what? I'm gonna change my answer. It was the e-bike tour in Paris
And
with
our
Jake from State Farm.
and our last question is, what's the next European country you'd like to visit?
Oh, chocolate boo. The next European country I would like to visit.
While you're thinking, I'll tell the people, I really want to go to Portugal. There's so much Black history in Portugal. There's so many beautiful islands, like the island of Madeira. Oh my gosh, you guys, when you see this, I showed Anthony. Madeira
Yeah.
looks
Oh, yeah, that's
insane.
right. You did show me that.
I just want to go there so badly. So I look out for it. Portugal's coming. It's coming soon.
There's
We
direct
do
flights
have
there.
Bali, Singapore, and Malaysia coming before Portugal. Portugal's coming soon after that.
Coming to a theater near you.
Which country do you want to go to?
Well, what's the area in Italy? Well,
Oh, he wants to go to the Amalfi
the
Coast.
Amalfi Coast.
We're gonna get him to the Amalfi Coast, guys.
That's where I want to go. The Amalfi Coast.
So we hope you enjoyed the start of season 2. We're back.
We back.
We're back. We have so many episodes. Make sure you tune in every week to be a part of our show, a part of the family that we're growing here. And also, make sure that you're sending in your travel letters, things that you've done, love you found abroad, anything travel related. We're going to be sharing them on upcoming episodes.
Yes. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Share it with your family members. Share it with your friends. Because that's what helps us to be spread broader across these socials. Don't forget now.
Thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.